Debner, Troy Vincent, Urban Fryer, Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens, Jeremy Macklin, Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Nick Foles. They formerly, I don't know if y'all know that miracle at the Meadowlands when Herm Edwards, when he returned that fumble for a touchdown with 20 seconds left. So they got just great history. They won one Super Bowl, and that was against the New England Patriots in 2017. Doug Peterson was their head coach. He still is their head coach. Their owner is Jeffrey Lurie. They got a good front office. They got Howie Roseman. He's been in the organization for 20 years. Doug Peterson, like I said, his record 38-26, 4-2 in the playoffs. He won Super Bowl 52 against the New England Patriots. Offensive coordinator Mike Gozer. He was the offensive. He became the offensive coordinator this year. Jim Schwartz, everybody know he's been with the Eagles since 2016. He was the coach of the Detroit Lions in 2009 to 2013. Everybody know Carson Wentz. I really think he got a durability issue, but he's one of the best and talented quarterbacks. As you can see, they won that division last year, even with an up and down season. Second half of the season, they buckled down, won the last 4 games to make the playoffs. Their first round pick was Jalen Rugglers, speedster out of TCU. Quarterback Jalen Hurts out of Oklahoma. I do think that's a nice backup to Carson Wentz. So he went in the second round. Doran Taylor, outside linebacker. Colorado. K'Wan Wallace, safety out of Clemson. Jack Pearsburg, offensive tackle out of Auburn. So they did okay in the draft. They really need a wide receiver. They really need a true wide receiver. They lost Aguilar in free agency. But some of their free agent signings were Jalen Hills. He's a solid tackle. Rodney McGlure, I do like him. Quarterback Nate Stutfield, Javon Hargrove, and Darius Slay. I do like they got that trade in Darius Slay. He was a great underrated corner. He just played for the Detroit Lions. But I think he's going to give that secondary some great stability, and that he's going to shut down that side, whatever side he said, whatever side he's on. And plus, Philadelphia got one of the best front lines in defensive lines in football. Fletcher Cox, Graham. Come on. They got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. They got a great defensive line. Some notable names you'll see: Carson Wentz, Miles. I do like Miles Sanders out of Penn State. Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson. He's got to stay healthy. Zach Ertz, that's Carson Wentz's pillow blanket. He looks to him an awful lot because he really have nobody. Alshon Jeffrey is a solid receiver, but he's too inconsistent, and Deshaun Jackson can't stay healthy. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay. So, they lost Michael Jenkins, but I do got this team finishing second in this division. I really think that they're going to compete, but I just think Dallas got a better overall team. But all in all, this team will definitely compete for a playoff position. I actually got them even going to the playoffs because it's a 7 team this year. And if Carson Wentz can stay healthy, that's all to it when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles is Carson Wentz. If he can stay healthy, I believe this team can make the playoffs because I believe Carson Wentz is that good and very, very talented quarterback. So all in all, I think this team is gonna be a definitely a playoff contender team. Doug Peterson he's been a great coach for this team. Won a Super Bowl, former quarterback. Very bright, great play calling, offensive minded. Players respect him. So this team is gonna compete for a playoff position. But I got them finishing second in the division. Coming up next, we're going to finish this off, talk about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Back here in a minute.
Sports scores, team updates, photo galleries, and more. For all station contest rules, go to 923thefan.com/rules.
Most shoppers today fall into one of two categories. You could be like Dave, who settles for nothing but the finest.
I drive only European luxury sedans, wear the finest Italian leather shoes. My shirts are custom made, and I expect white glove service from those I do business with. I appreciate world-class brands, and at this point in my life, I just don't want to compromise on quality, no matter what I buy.
Or you might be like Steve, whose goal is to always get the best deal.
I'm frugal. I'm all about finding value. I want the best price, and I don't mind going out of my way to get it. I work hard for my money. I just want to make sure when I buy something, I can have confidence in knowing I'm not overpaying for it. Stop being cheap. It's being smart.
You never see these two guys in the same store, except for one.
And that's why I love shopping at Diamonds Direct.
Diamonds Direct is that rare shopping experience where you can have it all. Uncompromising luxury and unbeatable value. Plus exceptional service and the guaranteed best price in America. A premium experience and a smart purchase. This is where the best of all worlds come together. Diamonds Direct at the corner of Richmond and Cedar Road.
Welcome back to Disputed Sports, everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. Last segment, we're going to talk about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody already know Dallas Cowboys speak for itself. Super historic franchise. Especially in the 90s, the 70s and the 90s, the Dallas Cowboys owned the NFL. The 70s and the 90s, the Dallas Cowboys own the NFL. We already know the great riders start back. Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Daryl Johnson, the Moose, Jason Witten, Herschel Walker. Remember they traded Herschel Walker. And this is very, very interesting. They traded Herschel Walker in the beginning of 1989. And they traded him for 5 veteran players and 8 draft picks. Wow. So back in the day, they was giving up picks like crazy. And even though they went 1-15 after that, that's what really helped them build that dynasty in the 90s because of them draft picks. Because they got Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Daryl Johnson. They got great picks out of that. And, they got Darren Woodson, Larry Allen, Kim Norton Jr., Jay Novacek, Jimmy Johnson. Man, I can go on and on. They won 5 Super Bowls. In the 70 span, from 70 all the way to 79, they had 105 wins. More than any team in that span. So, all in all, they is a historic franchise. Like I said, they won 5 Super Bowls. Super Bowl 7, they won against Dallas. Super Bowl 7, they won against Miami. The Miami Dolphins. Super Bowl 11, they won against Denver. Super Bowl 27, remember they beat the Buffalo Bills 52-17. Super Bowl 38, they defeated the Buffalo Bills 30-13. Super Bowl 30, that's when they beat Neil O'Donnell and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they dominated basically the 90s, period. Dominated the 90s. They had a great trio of, man, you couldn't stop that offense. How was you gonna stop an offense in an offensive line like that? And Emmitt Smith, that's why he the all-time leading rusher. Man, you had a great offensive line led by guard Larry Allen. Then you had Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Jake Novacek, Daryl Johnson. How could you stop that offense? It was very, very impossible to stop that offense. But as you know, the owner is Jerry Jones. GM Jerry Jones. He's the only owner he's the most hands-on owner in the NFL. Mike McCarthy, as you know, speak for itself. He got 125-77 record, 10-8 in the postseason, was formerly the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. You know, they won the Super Bowl 52 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Mike, he's a great offensive-minded, veteran leadership. He fits this scheme for Jerry Jones and his Dallas Cowboys. Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator. Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator. He was the linebackers coach for New Orleans last year. Definitely. And he was also the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Dak Prescott. Do I think that Dak Prescott, he won $45 million? And we're going to talk more about this doing next week on my show. We're going to talk about Dak Prescott. Do I think he deserve to get paid? Yeah, I think he outplayed his contract. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, 97.0 passer rating, 1 Rookie of the Year, 65% completion rating, over 15,000 yards passing, has 97 touchdowns, only 37 interceptions, 21 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, do I think he do damn right. They need to pay this man, but he don't deserve $45 million. Now on the flip side, he's 1-6 against playoff teams. Doesn't come through in big games. He couldn't even lead his team to the playoffs this year, and the Eagles had an up and down year. And Dallas was the most talented team. But I think this year, if they get it right with Dak Prescott, they're gonna win this division. They definitely gonna win this division. But I don't think he deserves no $45 million a year. I don't think that. No way. CeeDee Lamb was a first round pick. Great wide receiver. Might be the steal. Trevon Diggs, cornerback out of Alabama. They really need that because they lost Cyrus Jones in free agency. Neville Goldman, defensive tackle out of Oklahoma, and Reggie Robinson, cornerback out of Tulsa. Free agent pick, Clinton Dix. Gerald McCoy, former defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sean Lee, they re-signed him. He's a great leader, but he's got to stay healthy. Anthony Brown, they re-signed it. Amari Cooper to that $20 million a year contract, which in the second half of the season, they shut him down. The Marshawn Lattimore shut him down. They shut him down. He didn't have a great second half. So, all in all, I got this team winning this division. Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. Remember, they signed Andy Dalton too, so just in case Prescott played crazy. You know, you got 2 great receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper. I mean, they got it. I mean, you know, you got Jalen Smith, Sean Lee, Anthony Brown. So I do got this team winning this division if Dak Prescott can stay healthy. I mean, if Dak Prescott can definitely get a contract done. He's very durable, haven't missed a game. So he deserved to get a new contract, but not $45 million. Dallas, pay that man. This is going to end it here on Disputed Sports. I want to get back with y'all. We're going to talk about the NFC South this week. Stay tuned. Y'all be safe. Happy Father's Day. God bless. And see you guys next week. And remember, God is always in control. And keep him first. Good night, everybody.